All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever you are in the world, I apologize for being late today. I really did not get much sleep last night. The reason being is because I had like a really big windstorm that was taking place, and I was just up in the middle of the night, and it was really, really hard to get back to sleep. So I kind of slept in this morning, and my alarm was going off, and I was like, no, I'm too tired. I can't get up. So I really didn't have that much sleep. I'm just kind of running on fumes this morning. So I apologize again for being late for you guys. So it is going to be kind of a short webcast today because there's people just going around and there's these rumors regarding the 10 days of darkness. Okay, I've been hearing this all over Facebook. I've been hearing this from friends posting and saying, oh my God, guys, 10 days of darkness. We're going to have like a 10-day shutdown and or maybe it's 3 days of darkness and all that. And so what are we gonna do? Is it a solar event? Is it just that they're gonna take out the grid? Electricity is gonna go down for 3 to 10 days. There's gonna be no cell service for 3 to 10 days. There's gonna be no internet for 3 to 10 days. Brad, what's going on? What's happening here? What are you doing? What we expect in that way? Okay, first of all, guys, I don't even know who started that rumor. I heard some people say it was DW. All right, first name David, last name starts with a W. um, I'm just going to share my perspective with you guys, okay, because this is what I've always ever done, okay, especially when Adronis comes through. He shares that special sentence. Everything that we share is simply that of our perspective, our point of view, for all knowledge, all information, all creation resides within your very heart, your very being, your very soul, okay? I have heard nothing in regards to such a shutdown. Okay, I have scanned certain forms of timelines. There is nothing regarding a cell phone service shutdown. There is nothing regarding an internet shutdown. There is nothing regarding an electricity shutdown. There is nothing regarding a solar event shutdown or anything of that particular nature. I've been scanning the several weeks ahead. Nothing like that. Yes, this quote unquote quarantine still happens and will continue more so through the month of April. And that, of course, is still why I'm happy. I know David Wilcox said it last night, for God's sakes. No offense, guys. I don't really trust anything he says. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to belittle him or bash him or anything like that. I have just found his information to be very inaccurate and unreliable. Okay? To me, he just has an agenda in that particular way. He's just basically sided himself to more agenda-based operations. And that's just my perspective on him. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's a great guy and all that. I have met him in person. But no, I don't rely on any of his information whatsoever. Okay? Like I said, I'm sure he's a great guy. I'm sure he's nice. I've met him in person. He seems like a nice guy. But as far as his information go, I wouldn't trust it as far as I could throw him. That's just my information. That's just my perspective in that particular way. Okay. Basically, what he does is he really gets this information from other people, and he basically prevents citing a lot of this information from other people as well too. And so to me, it's almost like hijacking information in that way. And it's very inconsiderate, I would say. I'm very aware of what he did to Linda Moulton Howe as well too. And I thought that too was very inconsiderate. So to me, that is not a person of good character. This is the same person who thought that on December 21st, 2012, he would turn into a light body and leave the planet. And that's where this information is coming from. And I've always told people, I said 2012 was not about that. It was a marker, a benchmark, letting people know that we're moving into a new shift, a new transformation, but it's not that we're turning into light bodies and leaving the planet. I specifically remember his interview that he did with George Norrie. And he said, I'm just going to be on my balcony on December 21st, 2012 and see if I turn into a light body and leave the planet. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Again, I'm not trying to bash him in any particular way. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. As I've talked about, I have met him in person. But no, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I don't vibe into his information whatsoever. I don't vibe into people mostly associated to him whatsoever. That is another person that may refer to as Mr. Good. Okay. I don't vibe into his work either. So I'm only giving you guys my perspective, okay? You have to decide what you want to do with this. You don't go running off to me and say, oh my God, I need Brad's truth. right? I'm just giving you guys my own perspective about these things. It's not saying that I have all the answers as well too. There's times where I've made predictions as well too, and maybe it didn't come to pass, or maybe it took a different form in that way. We are always changing things, right? And as soon as we hear something that we know we don't like, we reinforce that change, right? And this is probably why I'm not seeing anything in regards to a cell phone service shutdown or an internet shutdown or anything of that nice. Guys, I've heard nothing of that whatsoever. And Spirit is telling me with these big things coming all the time, there is nothing like that I've heard, right? I know the quarantine is going to continue. I know that this takedown on a global level is going to continue. But I have heard nothing about Canada, the United States, or anywhere else in the world that simultaneously this is all going to happen. I mean, you guys have to see the repercussions of something like that happening. Of thinking this, okay, well, a little Facebook meme told us to just sit down and be calm while our internet is down, while our cell service is down, while our electricity is down. No, guys, you would have people going on the streets, raiding everywhere. You would have riots. You would have raids. You would have all kinds of intense situations. You have people shooting each other, right? That is not what this is about. Okay, this is not at all what the plan is pertaining to the aspect of a quarantine. Is about shutting down people's power. Is about cutting off cell service. Is about doing all that. No. Many of the people that they've already detained are already under house arrest, right? There's no need for anything like that to happen. So, no, I can't see anything like that happening, right? So it is a takedown, absolutely. You guys are right. And I just wanted to really talk to you because people were panicking like crazy on Facebook last night. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then they kept, Brad, what do you think about April 1st? I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh, April 1st, and there's 10 days of darkness. I'm like, what? What the hell are you talking about? And then they're showing me these things, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys, come on. You know, you really got to start working in checking these things, right? Because they're showing me these things about what the writing is all about, and it's so amateurish and mediocre about these things that they're going around and trying to be like doomsday prophecies. And so again, guys, this is a bunch of crap. No offense, but it's a bunch of garbage. And I've been reading some of these things that people have been showing me about this 3-day takedown, 3-day darkness thing, or 10-day darkness thing. And then somebody asked me a couple of days ago, and so, Brad, is there 10 days of darkness? As well, I've already talked about this regarding 2037, that there's 3 days of darkness in 2037. There's nothing like that this year, though. And so we get carried away by these things, right? People hear something, and then they start creating panic writing. And they start creating like, oh, they say, oh, you know, trust in QAnon and trust in Q and trust in taking down the cabal and all of this crap, right? And I mean, just my perspective from you guys, my honest sharing here, you guys have to be discerning. You have to be discerning. You're going to have a lot of disinformation that is going to be happening, especially around this time. Okay, there's a lot of agendas that people have. And they want to turn it and curry it to their favor because in that sense, this is where they feel that they're special. This is where they feel they're getting all the power, is because if they can ride off your panic, well, then they feel pretty special. They almost feel like they're at celebrity status if they can get you freaking out and fearing, and now you hang on their every word like scared sheep, right? You got to be very aware of these things, right? Don't just buy into everything that you read on the internet, okay? Same with my stuff, guys. I share a lot of stuff here on YouTube. You guys don't have to buy into it all. I never say, oh, guys, you have to shove this down your throat, and this is the truth. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. No. If that was the case, you know, I wouldn't blame you for wanting to ignore me or move away from my channel or anything like that. I share these things. I share a perspective. I say it's a good idea to do, you know, things like the BCR technique, the TC technique, because they work. But I'm not going to be telling you guys, oh yeah, you know, there's shutdowns and you should be doing this and you need to take care of this and you have to do this and you have to do that. It's a bunch of fear mongering. Okay, it's fear porn. It's fear fapping, really, as I call it. So you really want to be careful, just with people like that. Okay, please I wouldn't say don't even really listen to the internet. It's as bad as the tabloid newspapers back in the day, right? You go in the supermarkets and you see those tabloid newspapers and saying, Bill Clinton admits he's an alien. We see him with his mask taken off first, right? All this stuff, right? And Facebook is the new supermarket tabloids, and that's what they are, okay? Social media is the new supermarket tabloids. About 90% of the information that you see on Facebook or social media is absolute and total crap. Okay? So, Thomas, can Adronis share a perspective? Adronis is sharing the exact same perspective that I'm sharing right now, Thomas. We speak as one. Okay? Usually when I share a lot of this stuff, Adronis backs me up. Okay? I'm not saying anything that is opposing to what Adronis has shared. I might bring him in through in this way. This is kind of a special episode because people are just freaked out. Okay, and I've seen that on my news feed on Facebook. People are freaked, and this is why I basically wanted to come on this morning just to talk about this. We are going to do a group healing here in a few minutes. Okay, just basically an overall healing because it's going to be a short episode today. Like I said, guys, I'm running on fumes. I'm exhausted. So I'm just basically keeping this short today. I don't want to let you guys down. I promised that I would do this today. But it was really about this information. Okay, someone says, is Trump good or bad? Guys, stop thinking in that light, right? It's not about saying, is somebody good or bad, okay? I could look at a stranger down the street and thinking he's a great guy, okay? Another person comes along, they see that person. That person was so mean, he did this to me, he did that to me, he did this thing, and it was horrible, okay? Which one of us is right? You have to stop looking at reality like something is good or bad, okay? It's childish. It's black or white. It's good or evil. It's hot or cold. And guys, if you have been tuning into my channel for quite a while, and you know the kind of videos that I do, I said that's not how reality works, okay? It is not a good or bad. It is not so paintbrushed with simple colors of black and white. All right, now again, I'm not going to get into political debates with you guys. I don't care about politics. I don't care about politicians. I don't care about the work that they do. I don't care about who's in power. It's nothing but illusions anyways. What I care about is you guys. I care about who you are and what you are capable of doing. If you guys are constantly giving away your power to politicians, then you might as well have your TV on and broadcasting 24 hours, 7 days a week, days of our lives soap opera. Because that's about the same as the political agendas, all right? You're watching soap operas. You're getting carried away by the characters. Is there a coincidence? I wouldn't say a synchronicity, rather, that Donald Trump was a celebrity personality, having his own reality talk show in that way. Of course, that's exactly what they want. They want a drama specialist. They want someone who can just come here and be dramatic and who can handle the crowd and all that stuff and be charismatic and all that. Who cares? Who gives a shit, right? What matters is you guys. You guys are real, okay? Politicians, they're not real. They all have agendas. They have fake smiles. They have fake faces. And if you guys buy into them, you really need to look at yourself, right? It's not about politicians. Get out of the political bandwagon. It's not going to save you. It's not going to be your salvation, right? All politicians know how to do is make laws, is sign bills, right? And you guys cling to the politicians like they're some almighty God savior figure. It's ridiculous. You guys are real. You guys are what matter, right? It's the near 8 billion people upon the planet that matter. That's what makes up this collective. 8 billion people. It's not Trump plus 8 billion, right? It's not Prime Minister Trudeau plus 8 billion, right? It's not all of these particular fancy world leaders that think that they are going to save your ass. They're not, okay? All they are doing is filling out particular forms of operations. They all have their own agendas. Some agendas sound better than the others, but they're still agendas. They're still going to have these particular forms of rules and regulations and bills and all of that stuff. And again, if you guys put so much of your energy towards that, then you're only feeding something that you know you really want. No politician, I don't care who he is or who she is going to go into the office and tell you exactly to do whatever you want. Okay? There's no such person. That system doesn't work that way. It's too corrupt to the bone. This is why it is dying. Okay? Basically, it's at the point where you guys are learning how to take care of yourselves, how to learn together and working together with yourselves. people-powered organizations. Okay, that is what Adronis has talked about in the past, is being able to work with people-powered organizations, bringing the people together and looking into all these things about shifting past old agendas, governmental control, all of that stuff. All of that is coming through the people. When we come on and we're meditating by the thousands and we're meditating by the millions and we're taking action upon all of that, that is the great change, because everything conforms to the collective mind, right? That's where the power lies, guys. It's through each and every single one of you. Okay, I probably have hundreds of people on my chat right now. Every single one of you matter. You are the guys that's important, okay? You're the ones that matter. You're the ones that through together, when you have your minds together connected on a related thought, and you meditate on that and you amplify that, incredible things happen, okay? It's not about silly Trump. It's not about all these politicians. Again, people just give their power away constantly. Trump this and Trump that, and Prime Minister Trudeau this and Prime Minister Trudeau that, and politics this and politics that, and blah, 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 blah. And you guys are tuning into the three-ring circus. You guys are turning into the Days of Our Lives soap operas. And you're giving your power away so much on these leaders because they're specifically trained to deal with all that stuff. They're specifically trained to be hated. They're specifically trained to be loved. Look at Trump. He's renowned for being hated, right? He can handle that stuff in his own way that he does. Of course, the inside of him is just screaming and saying, oh, he's probably bawling his eyes out from within. But nonetheless, he's been trained to handle all this stuff. And again, if you guys put so much of your power in him, you are deluding yourselves, okay? If you're putting any power in any politician whatsoever, you're deluding yourselves, okay? Yes, they are basically just a part of the catalysts of what we are manifesting within our reality, about what we as a collective are looking to create. We want to basically be free of all this aspect of government control and all that. We did that. All that the politicians are doing is that they are being the catalysts. They are being the correspondents to everything that the people are saying that they want. And all of this right now is a transitional state. Everything needs to go into transition, okay? Let me give you guys an analogy, right? Because this is giving you an idea about what's happening on the planet right now. When a person wants to completely detoxify themselves, they know that their body is highly toxic. They know it's highly unstable. They're going through a lot of health problems. And they finally make the decision to detoxify themselves. What are they going to experience first? Do they have a little red button on their desk here that they can press and say, oh, poof, hey, I'm better. I was 418 pounds and now I'm 155 pounds because I pressed a little red button and just all of that toxicity out of my body just went poof, like a hairy Houdini. No, they did not. All right? And many of you think that it's just going into the new world by pressing a little red button. It doesn't work that way. We are in a linear space-time reality, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So, what happens when a person detoxifies? They go through changes. They go through immense shifts. All right? They go through side effects, which means they may start having nausea one day. They may start having headaches one day. They may start having migraines one day. They may start having indigestion problems the other day. They may be going through a lot of fevers, okay, cold sweats, because they are detoxifying themselves. They are going through a transition. Their body is going through a metamorphosis. It is working hard to purge all the crap out of the body that has been heavily toxicated, have been heavily toxified, right? So they are detoxifying their body each and more every day. And they're having fevers, and they're having cold sweats, and they're having headaches, and they're having sore throats, and they're having indigestion problems in that sense. Is there anything wrong with their body? No, not at all. Body is working hard to clear all this stuff out. And you're basically seeing a lot of the stuff and you're panicking. Oh my God, I'm having a cold sweat. Oh my God, I'm having a fever. Oh my God, I'm having nausea. Oh my God, I'm having diarrhea. Oh my God, I'm having a headache, etc., etc., etc. And you're panicking. And you are being a kink in the process, okay? So when you guys constantly add to fear, because the earth is detoxifying herself, you're just adding more to that pressure that doesn't need to be there, okay? The earth knows what she's doing. Nature knows what she's doing. Our own thought intentions that are pure with the greatest love that we put into the collective of the earth knows what it's doing. All right? Behind the scenes administration knows what it's doing. When you guys start freaking out and start panicking about, oh my God, bro, there's 10 days of darkness coming in. I haven't even really verified it, but some guy on the internet is saying it. And I guess we need to buy into it rather than looking at a wealth of different sources. But most importantly, your own source, right? You start panicking. You start getting into this flow and feeling that there's oh my God, the earth's having diarrhea right now. What's going to happen? It's a purge. It's a detoxification. It's all these next few years represent, guys. It's just a gigantic purge. It's a gigantic detoxification. There's going to be some ugly spots, but it's not going to lead to the idea of destroying a mass population of people. That is not going to happen. The depopulation agenda is over, guys. It's done. It's finished. But then again, there's so many people who are craved and addicted to fear that they will try and resurrect those ideas and keep that fear together. And basically what has been said with whoever started it pertaining to this 3 days or 10 days of darkness crap is basically trying to feed off your fear. And that's simply the way it is. I've looked into timelines. I was trying to see if there's anything in regards last night to what is being shared. I found nothing. I found absolutely nothing, right? I'm asking Spirit as well too. Is there anything like this? How does no. Right? So again, that's just my perspective, guys. I don't expect you guys to buy into what I share. 100% check in with yourselves, right? Look into this yourselves. And if you guys want 3 days of darkness and 10 days of darkness in that way, where there's no electricity or anything like that, well, maybe that's your own reality. And maybe that's going to happen in your own personal way if you start putting so much power into it. But again, I would say really just look into these things and don't, it's almost like panic buying, right? You see people in stores and they're getting frantic and they're grabbing their toilet paper and they're grabbing their paper towel and they're grabbing their hand sanitizer and they leave nothing for anybody else. They grab 20 of them and then they run out the door. I got my hand sanitizer, I got my paper towel, I got my toilet paper, so I'm good, right? Compassion to those people, of course, but it's important that we're leaving things for other people as well, too. We're not just grabbing and snatching and say, to hell with everybody else, I got a 10-year supply of toilet paper right now, right? And going to little towns and grabbing toilet paper off the shelves of little towns. And this has happened as well, too. So, yeah, the quarantine is a wonderful thing, right? Because it's really representing the idea that we're going through this shift, we're going through this transformation. You know, there's two sides to a coin, always. But whenever I'm looking at the idea of a 10 days of darkness, no, this is not, it's not it. That time is going to come. It's going to be 3 days of darkness, and that's 2037, okay? It's what I've always said. Someone says, has any arrest been made? Pretty much every celebrity that you hear who says that they have coronavirus is under house arrest, okay? The coronavirus for most of the celebrities, public figures, and politicians is a alibi that they are using because they are locked up in their house and they're under house arrest, okay? Coronavirus, for much in regards to this cover situation, equals popular public figures, celebrities, politicians who are under house arrest. They have been detained, okay? They can't leave their house during this quarantine period. And they use the aspect of coronavirus to saying that they've been infected and they can't go out. Of course they can't. They're under house arrest, right? I've written about this on my Facebook page, guys, right? I've talked about this, and it's pretty much the most popular post I've ever done talking about that. Let me read that out loud for you guys because I don't think anybody has access to my Facebook page. So I'm just going to read this out to you guys. This is from my Facebook. After this is done, I'll get us into a group healing, okay? So this is what I wrote on March 28th at 3 o'clock, okay? I wrote, is COVID a real thing? It is, yes, as it has been shared to me from Spirit, just another version of SARS, and is being used for an old elitist agenda that will not reach any form of fruition. Susceptible mostly to the elderly and only considered fatal in conditions that are already causing poor health within another. Is it as widespread across the world as they say? Not even close. The flu is far more widespread and has claimed more people than this thing ever would. Why are there so many celebrities or public figures or politicians claiming to have it then? It's a cover. The COVID is a PSYOP cover used as a secret takedown of elitists and their cronies, most of whom are under house arrest waiting to be interrogated and trialed, as more indictments are being unsealed. Their statement of COVID infection is just an alibi for their detainment. This is a year of exposure, after all, and if you openly pay attention, you'll see who has been detained using the COVID cover waiting to be exposed. What about 5G? It will be taken down as well. Not the bandwidth, but the nasty tech covering itself in disguise as a weapon. It will be going through reintegration and will not be globally weaponized. That was an elitist plan, but like their vaccine agendas and many agendas before, it's all blowing up in their face. Okay, as they're end of the quarantine, it feels like they're around the month of April. Okay, and at very best, it'll at least be lightened up, but it feels like at the end of April. Okay, so again, guys, this is what I wanted to share with all of you. All right, pertaining to that, that is my Facebook post. Okay, that's what I put on the 28th, and it's got an amazing amount of feedback from it. And people like it, and some people say, "Oh my God, this is not true," and blah blah blah. And I don't care. I couldn't care less if you guys think what I say is true or not. It's all about checking in with yourself. I just share what I feel is my truth, and I put it out there. I don't say you guys have to go, "Hey, Brad, thumbs up." Some of you may go like this. I don't think so. I don't think what Brad's saying is right at all. Fine, go ahead. It's fine, right? Rely on your truth. I'm not saying that I'm your deity or I'm your God and you have to buy into everything that I'm sharing, right? I'm not thirsty for your guys' attention. I share this information because this, again, is what I've received and what I've shared. This is what I feel is the truth that I've gotten, and I'm happy to share it with you guys because maybe it corresponds to a lot of you from what you've got, and that's great. That's all I do, what I do, right? I'm not here to create a Brad Johnson fan club, okay? I come here to assist, to serve, to share. That's my whole nature of doing this all. Okay? All right. So now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and do a group healing, everybody. Okay? Live in love, not fear. Absolutely, Don. You got it. That's it. Don't give so much power to politicians. Give the power to yourselves because you guys deserve the power. Okay? It's your power in the first place. You deserve it more than anybody else. Share your power with compassion, with love, with happiness, with joy, and work together with people in common goals, common interests that really help to aid this transition that we're going through because it's just a metamorphosis. It's a detoxification. This transition isn't going to last very long, okay? When it does, it's a very different world that's going to come out of it. But we still got to clean it up. We got a lot of cleanup work to do. What we're doing is we're pulling all the weeds of the garden. After that, we got to do major landscaping, right? There's a lot of re-landscaping that needs to happen. We need to go inside our house. We need to clean it all up because it's been trashed, right? We've had a lot of trash inside our house. We've gone into our backyard. We're seeing our enormous garden. We're getting all the weeds pulled out of it right now. And it's a hefty thing. And these are nasty, ugly, horrifying weeds. And so we're pulling them all out, right? So remember, guys, like He-Man, you have the power. Or She-Ra, too, maybe. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves into a relaxed state of being, okay? Let's just get ourselves nice and relaxed or make sure our body is free of tension. And we're going to do a group healing, okay? So I'm going to be guiding you guys through about how this is done. So we're just going to start off just taking, we're going to do the grounding exercise first, okay? So we're just going to get ourselves nice and comfy, making sure your legs are spread apart, or I should say firmly placed apart, not spread apart, firmly placed on the ground, making sure the legs are not crossed, okay? We're not trying to short circuit ourselves. And let's just take 3 deep breaths in and out, okay? Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And one more time, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Okay, and just relaxing and breathing normally. And feeling the bottom of your feet opening up. Feeling roots, etheric roots going out down to the bottom of the earth. Okay. Feeling all of that brown energy of the earth moving up through the roots, connecting directly to your feet. Moving up to your ankles. Moving up to your knees. Moving up to your hips. And connecting directly to the root of your spine. Okay. And now we're just going to circle that brown energy just around the chakra centers, not within them, but just around them. Okay, around the root chakra, moving up and around the navel, moving up and around the solar plexus, moving up and around the heart, moving up and around the throat, moving up and around the third eye, moving up and around the crown chakra. All right. Taking a deep taking a deep inhale through your belly. Inhale, putting it up into the crown chakra. Exhale, feeling the crown chakra opening up, feeling this cascade of rainbow light going all the way down to the body, connecting down the bottom of the feet, and connecting directly to the perineum. Okay, so now just feeling this toroidal field of energy circulating around you in a counterclockwise direction. Okay, moving in a counterclockwise direction, nice and soft, nice and subtle, and just tuning into that energy. And just letting it relax you, letting yourself move into a state of calmness. Okay, you just want to focus on that toroidal field. You want to focus on this rainbow field. If you want to see it in rainbow light too, you can. And you're just letting it relax. Okay, I want you just to tense up every single muscle in your body right now and let it drop. Okay, and get yourself calm, get yourself relaxed. Okay, get yourself centered, because this is what's going to aid your own personal healing process in the greatest capacity possible. All right. So again, take another deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, and now we're just going to have the hands upon the center of the chest, and we're going to imagine a black ball contained in the center of the chest. Okay, so we're just seeing a black ball right here. This black ball is empty. Now what this black ball is going to do is it's going to hold thought forms. Okay, so I just want you guys to do a quick scan of your body, top of your head, just like a little laser beam, right? It's coming down the top of your head, going all the way down to the bottom of your feet. Okay, and I want you to be very aware of any particular forms of toxicities, discomforts, pain, right? Emotional issues as well too. Okay, let's just say, oh, Brad, I have a cramp around the right side area of my ribs. Okay, what we're doing is we're projecting the thought form of that pain sensation, and we're putting it directly into the black ball. Okay, so when you're basically creating the thought form, you're almost seeing like a small sphere itself. Okay, it's a little sphere, and it's a thought form that represents, oh, I have pain, I have a cramp in the right side of my ribs. So we're just taking that little ball and we're just putting it directly into the sorry, I have a person on Skype right now telling me about the 10 days of darkness. Oh dear God. Okay. Again, we're taking that energy and we're just popping it right in the middle of our chest into that black ball. Okay, so I just want you to scan through your entire body, and just any discomforts, okay, any emotional issues as well too. If you're feeling, okay, here's some stress, here's some fear, all right, you're putting it in that little sphere. It's a thought form, okay, and that's going right into the black ball. Okay, so it's just a big black ball, the center of the chest. It's the container. It's holding all of these thought forms. Now, when those balls of thought forms come into the black container, they turn into liquid. Okay, so it's like they burst, and they come into liquid, and now liquid is coming into the black ball container. So they start off as like a little soap bubble. They go into the black ball container. They pop, and now black liquid just spills into the black container. Okay, so I just want you to do that right now. I'm going to give you guys 1 minute. Okay, and I just want you to scan your body. Any tension, any stress, any emotional hardship, any pain, any stiffness, any aches, whatever you feel is uncomfortable. See it as a little thought form, bubble. Put it into the black ball. Let it pop. Let the black liquid go into the black sphere. Okay? I'll give you guys 1 minute to do this now. Okay, so again, with all of that, all those thought forms contained within the black ball, I just want you to know, just keeping your hands there. And we're just going to work now for spirit to come through and purge all of that debris out. Now, if you guys have any other issues as well too, you can just come back to this recording during this particular point, do the exercise again, and spirit will uplift it for you as well too. All right. So just keeping your hands there as I now connect with spirit. I command Spirit's God Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy contained within the black spheres of all people that are watching this video right here and right now, allowing all of that black liquid energy to be purged from their body, putting it up into source consciousness to be 100% purified and forgiving, dissolving all contracts, dissolving all agreements, dissolving any other particular forms of life lessons, dissolving any particular forms of stagnancies contained within their life stream, letting it being purged altogether, and also bringing in fresh, healthy, pure vitality, love energy directly into all areas previously affected, bringing those people watching this video right now back into harmony and good health. Apply. Okay, so deep breath in, deep breath out. Okay, how are you guys feeling after that little meditation? Everybody's so quiet on the chat now. Like, okay, just give me a minute. So again, that's going to continue to work with you. Okay, so now if you notice that your black ball is empty within the thought forms that you put into it, then what you're doing now is you're just adding any particular form of love energy. If you feel that there's still a little bit of debris inside that black sphere, what you're doing now is you're just saying, I love you to the black sphere. Okay, so I want you just to look at it. And if you say, well, Brad, there's still a little bit of residue within my black sphere. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at the black sphere. And I just want you to say within your mind, I love you. And just be repetitive with that. Truly sincere, saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. And you're saying that again and again and again and again until all of that debris within the black sphere is gone. Okay, so those are for those of you who may still have a little bit of residue within your black sphere. Okay. What I've just done with you guys is a brief version of the EQ method, okay? But the black ball sphere version of it, okay? People are saying amazing, sleepy, very good, very light, great, a bit dizzy, but better. Yeah, if you're dizzy, drink some water, go and lay down, okay? Massive vibration everywhere. Great, feel way more relaxed and at ease, great experience. Very light, huge smile on my face, feel amazing. Blessed from South America. Oh, South Africa, sorry. South Africa, thank you. Great, guys. I'm glad to hear that, okay? There's a reason why I want you guys to do that, okay? So now that you have a lot of clarity coming through, I want you to meditate, right? I want you to be aware of the days ahead, okay? And if you feel that there's any particular form of discomfort in the days ahead, I want you to give love to it, okay? I want you to just put a lot of love energy towards the days ahead and smooth it all out. Because again, if there's anything that we fear within the days ahead, are again reflective manifestations of what we ourselves are going through, okay? As we work to clear a lot of that out, and you have people in mass numbers that are working to bring just a lot of light upon the planet, a lot of loving harmony upon the planet, that's going to change everything, okay? And we want to continue to do that because that's us going through the detoxification process and bringing love to the whole situation. That creates acceleration. That creates incredible changes and transformations. That's where our power is, see? You don't get that from politicians. You don't get that from any other particular type of public servant in that way. You don't get that from celebrities. You get that from yourselves. You guys are the power, okay? So let's remember that, all right? Thank you very much, everybody, for today. I'm sorry I've been running on fumes this morning. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up the webcast today. I appreciate all your feedback, guys. I really appreciate it. It was just a big issue that I know I wanted to address today. That was one of the reasons I wanted to come on today and do this, and I wanted to leave you guys with a nice group healing. So like I said, if you're just tuning in now and you missed the group healing, just go back to the recording, do it over again, and you'll get the same effect. Okay, so that's with you guys for as long as this recording is around. All right, take care, guys, and I'll talk to you all next week, next Monday, for the next Newer Teachings webcast. Thank you so much. Namaste.